Purton is a large village and civil parish in North Wiltshire, about 4 miles northwest of the centre of Swindon. The parish includes the village of Purton Stoke and the hamlets of Bentham, Hayes-Knowles, Purton Common, Restrop, The Fox and Widham. The village is a linear settlement along the old road between the historic towns of Cricklade to its north and Royal Wootton Bassett to its south. The village is on the brow of a hill with views across to Cricklade and the Thames floodplain. Nearby, the area once covered by Braden Forest stretches out to Minety in the west. There is a modern residential housing district in the way of Ridgeway Farm, a 700-house development of the early 21st century, which extends Swindon's western suburbs in the east of the parish. Hello, I'm John and welcome to John's Box, my music channel, and to the last in the series of 10 beautiful villages in the county of Wiltshire. I'm not sure if you can see all of this, but I've featured the villages of Dinton, Tisbury, Broad Chalks, Stourton, Laycock, Wootton Rivers, Grittleton, Shurston, Ramsbury, and today it's the village of Purton, the parish of Purton near Swindon, and it's quite close to where I used to live, which was Swindon, and it's a lovely place. I mean Purton, not so much Swindon, but okay. Beautiful place. Now it's a lot more developed. It's become part of the urban sprawl. Swindon's actually absorbed it to some extent with the new housing areas, so there's no gap between Purton and Swindon in reality, though. When I was a kid, you could go into the countryside to Lydiard and end up in Purton, kind of a bike ride, but that was a long time ago actually. So the remainder of this video will feature some history, some of the local stuff such as the pubs, school, the parish council, and what else? Yeah, I think that's more or less it. So sit back and relax and enjoy the remainder of the video. And by the way, please support my channel to help it to grow. Purton Parish Council is the first tier of local government and is responsible for public open spaces, footpaths and the upkeep of the cemetery. The council is a consultee on planning applications within the parish. All other local services are provided by Wiltshire Council Unitary Authority. For Westminster elections, the parish falls within the North Wiltshire constituency. Purton electoral ward covers the parishes of Purton and Braden. The population of the ward taken at the 2011 census was 4,271. In addition to the Grade 1 listed parish church, which we'll mention later, the parish has 4 Grade 2 listed houses, each built in limestone rubble. In Purton village, College Farmhouse is from the early 17th century. It has 2 stories with attic and a 5-window front. The parlour has a 17th century panelling, and the wooden ornamental is carved with the hide arms, and the date is 1626. The house belonged to the father of Edward Hyde, 1st Earl of Clarendon. Pound Farmhouse is an L-shaped 17th century farmhouse north of Widham on the road to Purton Stoke. Pond Farmhouse south of Purton Stoke is from the 16th, 17th and 18th centuries and is on an earlier moated site. Restrop House is from the late 16th century or early 17th. Its 5-bay front has a 2-storey porch, with the end bays also brought forward and mullion and transom windows. Braden Forest School is the area secondary school. It was built in 1962 and caters for pupils from Purton Parish, Lydiard, Millicent, Cricklade, Ashton, Keynes and West Swindon. The school is in the centre of the village, south of the High Street. On an adjacent site, St Mary's Church of England Primary School was opened in 2012, funded by the government's Primary Capital Programme and built on the site of the former junior school. Previously, the school was split between two sites, with infants taught in the original Victorian building, which opened in 1861, while juniors were in nearby buildings, which opened in the early 1970s, along with the school swimming pool. In the east of the parish, Ridgeway Farm Sea Academy, a primary school, was built in 2016 to serve the newly developed housing area. Until 1978, Purton Stoke had its own primary school on the Purton to Cricklade Road, which opened in 1894 and, at its peak, had 100 pupils. However, numbers dropped continually from the 1930s when older pupils began to be educated in Purton, and until then, there were only around 30 pupils left in the 1970s. The school closed in 1978. The building is now used by the Jubilee Gardens Project, a charity which provides education and training for adults with learning difficulties. There are 4 Wiltshire Wild Trust nature reserves in the parish. Brockhurst Meadow is at the end of Brockhurst Lane, just below Ringsbury Camp. Blake Hill Farm, partly in Purton Parish, is the former RAF Blake Hill Farm airfield from the Second World War. Stoke Common Meadows are at the end of Stoke Common Lane in Purton Stoke. Red Lodge Pond is at the beginning of the Red Drive in Braden Wood. Restrop Farm and Brockhurst Wood is a site of special scientific interest. It is at the end of Mud Lane or at the end of Brockhurst Lane, but is mainly private land. Brockhurst Meadow is part of the farm. There are 4 pubs in the parish. Angel Hotel in the High Street, thought to be the oldest pub in the village, dating from 1704. Royal George at Pavenhill, the west end of the village. The Bell at Purton Stoke and the Purton Red House on Church Street. There is 1 members' club, the Working Men's Club, now Purton Club, on Station Road. Several former pubs in Purton have closed, notably Railway Hotel was renamed the Ghost Train after British Railways closed Purton Railway Station in 1963. The pub itself closed in 2008. Purton has a non-league football team, Purton FC. Purton, who play at the Red House, you guessed, in Purton. Purton Youth Football Club caters for a wide range of ages and is based at Braden Forest School. The village also has a tennis club based in the centre of the village. The cricket club, founded in 1820, claims to be the oldest in Wiltshire. Their first team play in Division 1 of the Wiltshire County Cricket League. A bowls club has also existed in the village since 1970. So I hope you're enjoying the video so far. I'd like to add a bit of history also, as rather there's not much footage going back to its early history, so forgive me, but I'm going to read some of this, or rather I'm going to read all of this. So as far as the early history of Purton's concerned, Ringsbury Camp has evidence of settlement during the Neolithic period, but is considered to be an Iron Age hill fort dating from about 50 BC. There is a suggestion that the remains of a Roman villa lie under the soil at Pavenhill on the Braden side of Purton. At the Fox, on the east side of the village, grave goods and bodies from the pagan Saxon cemetery have been excavated. Right. The next thing is regarding the Civil War, the English Civil War. It is thought a battle took place during the English Civil War in the Restrop area. A cannonball was discovered in the area, and several place names refer to a battle, including the alternative name of Restrop Road or Red Street, which may signify the road was covered in blood, and Battle Well. A mile away are Battle Lake in Braden Wood and Battle Lake Farm. Okay, then it goes on to talk about the Second World War. There are a number of concrete pillboxes in the parish which were part of the defences of southern England during the Second World War. They form part of the GHQ Line Red, along which an anti-tank trench also ran between Ballards Ash near Royal Wootton Bassett and the River Ray near Blunston Railway Station. Speaking of the railways, There's some information just coming up, and enjoy the rest of the video. Now for a little bit of railway history. The former Cheltenham and Great Western Union Railway, which ran southeast to northwest through the parish, was opened in 1841 and was absorbed by the Great Western Railway in 1843. PURTON station opened in 1841 to the north of the village, in the hamlet of Widham. The station, however, closed in 1963, but the line remains open. The Church of England parish church of St. Mary the Virgin appears at one time to have been dedicated to St. Nicholas. The building is from the 13th, 14th and 15th centuries and was restored by William Butterfield in 1872. In 1955 it was designated as Grade 1 listed. The 13th century parish church St. Mary's is unusual in having 2 towers, one with a spire. People connected with Purton include Samuel Glass, 1735 to 1812, cleric and supporter of the Sunday School movement, born at Purton, son of Richard Glass, vicar of the parish. James Kibblewhite, national running champion of the 1880s and 1890s, born in Purton in 1866. Dr. Desmond Morris, born 1928, zoologist, who lived at Purton as an infant. Dave Gregory, longtime guitarist and keyboard player in the English and Swindon rock band XTC, who spent his childhood in the village. And Billy Piper, born 1982, singer and actress, attended Braden Forest School. In the next few weeks, in fact, then. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for sticking to the end, and I hope to see you soon in another video on John's Box. Thank you again, and bye for now.